Hello YouTube, this is Charlie426, and today we have the review of the SHF Kamen Rider Geats, the Magnum Boost form as well. So, Kamen Rider Geats is the latest Kamen Rider series that is going on at the moment. Now, I haven't watched everything yet because my life has been being very busy, especially with work. But once again, I have been watching it part by part, and I do know the general gist of what's happening at the moment. So this is Kamen Rider Geats. This is the main character, which is why this was released as retail. The interesting thing about this entire series is that now Kamen Rider Geats, the series, now there are multiple riders. They all have the same belt, and then when they attach this belt and with their ID cores in it, so there's this small ID core that goes into the middle of the belt, which you see this white part on the belt. They transform into their entry form, which is basically they will each have their own individual mask or helmet that's usually based on an animal, and then we'll have a pure black suit. And then they can attach these weapon parts or upgrade parts onto the belt, like these ones that you see on the belt here, and they can have their specific the specific weapon or parts or armor that's that's specific to that part they attach to the belt. So basically same belt, multiple riders in this series. So and any rider can, as long as they obtain the part, they can use that part. So for example, there's going to be 3 more riders releasing for the SHF line. So let's say there's Kamen Rider B and C. So he could technically have the same weapon parts like this one you see on the screen. So what Bandai is doing is that they're releasing an entry form as regular release, so you can have like a combination of just having the top white part or just the red leg part, or the other riders will come with their own dedicated armor parts, so you can mix and swap armor parts together, which I'll get into that later. But I won't be able to show any demonstrations because I only have this, but once I have the other riders, you'll see what I mean. Anyway, let's go over the components. So first of all, what you get, of course, is obviously the rider itself. Currently, I'm using the fist hands. Hand-wise, you get 3 more type of hands. You get the fully open hand, the typical one with the straight fingers open up and such. And then the ones that are also open but semi-open, like this. So you get a set of those, and you get a set of trigger finger hands. And that is it. So you only get 4 sets of hands, which is kind of odd because usually we would be getting at least a multi-purpose hand, a hand that's meant to hold or grab anything in general, other than a gun, I guess. And finally, for weapon-wise, we get the Magnum part dedicated pistol or gun weapon as well. I actually forgot the name of this weapon, but once again, this is the weapon that not this guy uses, but when he uses the Magnum part here, the Magnum buckle here, this white one, when he attaches this is the weapon that he gets access to. So yeah, this is his main weapon. And another cool thing is that they're still trying to make these parts relevant, so on the belt, so you can actually holster the gun on the side of the belt. Of course, keep in mind there's only one a peg on the side, and the peg is very stiff here, so yeah. But anyway, you can do this, and I definitely like that. I mean, it's always fun to have like these type of small gimmicks as well. Alright, let me just take this off and let's talk about articulation here. So for now, I'll talk about articulation, and I'll talk about that part swapping gimmick later. So let's start with the head. Now once again, they did an excellent job on replicating the entire character design here. I love the overall orange visor here. Now I would say these parts here, you can see that this guy is based on a fox. These ear looking things are the most fragile parts, so do be careful as well. So head wise, you can go down that much and then up that much as well, and then 360 is possible, but keep in mind it's a human inside, so I don't think humans can do that in general, so just letting you guys know. And then you still do get the middle neck joint, so you do get the neck, a little bit of movement over there. And then arm wise, nothing too special. So the shoulder armor here are attached to the actual arm, not the main body, which allows you to go 360. Now the reason why I keep mentioning that in my reviews is that if the armor is connected to the main body, you won't be able to do this properly. Just wanted to point that out. So anyway, shoulder armor can move up and down as well, and then arms can go to the side about 90 degrees, or if I force it a little bit more than 90 degrees. The arm itself, now usually you would be able to go 360 on this own, but you can see the armor design here. You can see there's this strap looking thing here, which is kind of colliding with the rotation. Now I could technically force it, but once again, forcing is never the best way to do so on figures. And the shoulder, you can see, it still has that pop out feature, so you do get a little bit more range of movement on the shoulder. So yeah, that's pretty good. And then bend wise, you get a little bit, about roughly 90 degrees bend. Hands are your typical ball jointed SHF style hands, where the ball joint is on the arm, the hole is in the hand. And for those who are wondering, can he do it like in the show? Yes, this Magnum form actually has not only the gun, but he has access to these small, built-in guns on his arm. So you can pull these out and reveal the gun. Same goes for the other arm as well. So yeah, pretty fun gimmick. I'm actually really glad they replicated that as well. Alright, so for the main body, you do get a nice forward and backward movement, side to side as well. Now 368, not so much, since technically only the top body is moving, and the way how this overall is structured, that's not how it works. Looking at the back here, nothing too special here. Oh, we do get this character's signature scarf. So each character or main rider character in the series, while they all have the same belt and same entry form, being the blank black suit unit, each more specialized characters will have their own each trait. So this guy has the scarf here on his back. There's another character that has like this green strap on his right leg, I think, and then there's another one that has like a scarf on his belt area. So yeah, there's like these small unique traces here. I'll get into this later as well. And now let's look at the belt. Now here is the belt. Now the belt is pretty fun. I know it's being very popular and selling very well in even in Korea. So the belt is the way how is that you can attach two stuff here. So if you attach it to the right side, the part you get the armor parts for the top, and then on the left side you'll be getting parts for the legs. So and then in the series, what they can do is that they can actually swap. They flip this up, and then the character will somehow do this flip animation, and then the red will go to the top and the white will go to the bottom part as well. So we don't have that figure yet. We don't have those parts yet, but yesterday Bandai actually did announce a premium Bandai set of that. So same character, but this part swapped. That is pretty cool, but at the same time, I know that's going to be annoying to some people. But yeah, I'm just glad that Bandai is actually considering those as well. So. And here's that. And for those who have seen the series, yes, I know that these parts are supposed to slide into the side, but in the figures, don't pull it from the side. You have to push it outwards to the front like that. So you don't do this. You have to do it like that for the figures. And once again, you have these same pegs, so you can actually still slap these onto the side if you want to do so. Not the best look, but yeah, that's how the manual mentions it as well. And let me take this out. So when the belt is like this, you become the blank form, and then you can see the middle white part there. That is the ID core, which represents your character. And just wanted to mention that now this Magnum or this gun, it also has an extended barrel version that in the series that he would extend it and pull out this. There's even the parts here. You can see they're parts separated, but it's not working. Something's like blocking it. So, and I've seen the blank form box, and it comes with the extended barrel version. So that's how you get it. And like in the show, now technically you would have the barrel extended, but you can attach this part here to the front because there's also a hole there. You can do this, and then do the finisher or a power shot move if you want to do so. So that's that. Now, we've seen the belt, nothing too special here. And as far as I know, the ID core does not pop out, so yeah. Now, I haven't been able to get the belt yet because the prices are just getting way too high these days. But still, now for the leg area. So for the legs, you still get your typical side swivel going on here. Going forward, not a big deal. Backwards, not a big deal, though it's going in an angle because of this area, the typical stuff you know. And then going to the side should be no problem as well, 90 degrees. Bend wise, you get your typical bends, very well done, and then feet can go side to side. Now you can't really go 360 because of the overall design and angle here, but you do get a very nice pivot thanks to the angled joint there, and then you do get a toe bend. And once again, another thing that the manual mentions that you can see these. I forgot what these are called, but you can see these tubes here. These are basically like booster parts as well, and then you can actually rotate them if you want to do so. So pretty well replicated. I do like the overall effect where the metal gets heated up. They did a really good job on coloring that part as well. All right, so before we go into any demonstrations here, now for the part swapping gimmick. So this is how it works. So number one. I guess I'll start with the top. So what you can do, actually let's start with the face, because the face part is very delicate and fragile. I do want to be careful. So what you do is that the other riders will come with specific face plate parts for this guy, especially the bottom mouthpiece here. So when you get a different equipment part for the top, this part also changes in design. So there are three more riders will come, and I believe 2 of them will come with actually the dedicated part for this specific character. So what you can do is that you can take off the front helmet part as well, and then you can also separate the eye visor, the eye parts here like that, because depending on the armor, the eye colors also changes, and then you can also take apart the mouthpiece. So which is why the other figures will come with dedicated parts for him. Now this does definitely look a little bit awkward. And then for the back part here, what you can do, you can also take, you can take this part out, take out the scarf, and if you want to make like your own pure blank form, you can take it out and then recover it, cover that up as well. And I'm assuming this is also like a dedicated part for this guy, because apparently the manual tells you that you can take this part off as well. And okay, and then finally, let's just leave it there. And the final part is that let's say if you want to have Kamen Rider C, let's say this guy is A, C to have this guy's top section only, then what you can do is that you have to take this part and you can take it apart like this. Now, as far as I know, regular SHF Figure Arts, they have a ball joint here, but they use some sort of a clip mechanism here so that you can detach it easily. So yeah, this is actually pretty cool. And then you can, I don't know, slap this belt on a gunplay if you want to do so, and do so all sorts of crazy actions. So yeah, this is the way how you do it. Anyway, we've seen the basics of the figure. I'll be right back with a demonstration pose, and we'll end it off there. Okay, I'm back. So I reassembled the figure once again, and then once again did one of the poses that are mentioned in the box here. So holding the gun, no problem, as long as you have the trigger finger attached here. Although I think the trigger finger itself, the trigger part, or the finger itself is a little bit too far away from the trigger, so that's just me. Once again, I did extend the overall, the built-in gun here and the arm, no problem there. And once again, even though I did disassemble the top bottom multiple times, I am not feeling any looseness on the figure, so that is actually really good. Now once again, I would like to remind you guys that the faceplate on this guy is very fragile, so do be careful when you're taking it off. And once again, these are, for the first time, these are one of those SHF Figure Arts where the more characters you buy, the more stuff you get to do with it. So it's a very interesting combination here. So I'm really looking forward for my the entry form to arrive. And then on the back of the box, as mentioned here, I did actually pre-order this guy, so I'm really excited how this is gonna go. But anyway, that was pretty much it. This was the review of the SHF Kamen Rider Geats. If you guys got any questions or requests, leave a comment below. I still have more stuff to buy and build and make reviews out, so please stay tuned. Until then, see you guys next time.